Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. Just plugging in some lights here. So, I don't remember where I left off in the last video, but 63. I cut out some patches in the places in the floor that need to be patched up. So we got that going on. Still haven't pulled out the fuel tank. Still need to get the seat and the steering column for it. We got ourselves a booster now and a bracket, but the bracket's wrong. So the holes in the bracket don't quite line up like they're supposed to on the firewall there. So we're gonna have to go ahead and fix that up. Modify the master cylinder here to fit the booster. And also it doesn't look like it's going to clear the intake here, so we might have to mess around with that a little bit. Wiring's all nice and cleaned up somewhat. This is for the mass airflow sensor, so I haven't done much with that yet. But that's coming along. I haven't really touched that lately. Haven't really touched much at all. We got all kinds of parts in. I got a mess in the garage I got to clean up. So, I mean, it's just a disaster. Just a disaster right now. So, got a new toy. Lincoln welder there, TIG welder. So I can weld aluminum and stainless. I got my 9-inch pulled apart. So that's part, it's got a limited slip in it from the factory. We got ourselves 411 gears and lowering blocks. Let's see, there's a 9-inch disc brake kit in here, the whole 9 yards, spring perches. So we're gonna go ahead and get that narrowed. Went ahead and got a narrowing kit, so we'll get that taken care of. Got the bar down there for it. So we're getting there. We're gonna get the Sonoma up and going, and we're gonna get that up and going. I got a new windshield coming for that. The windshield, or the gaskets, the window gaskets, all kinds of stuff. Well, not all kinds of stuff, but a few things coming for that. Sheet metal. Got the sheet metal so I can fix the floor. Got some 1x2 tubing so I can mount the fuel cell or the fuel tank in there. So we got that going on. We're gonna get there. And you see I got the 1 5/8 so I can put rocker bars in on the Sonoma. That's a mess. So we'll get the rocker bars in there. And then after we get the rocker bars in, then I can put the seat belt or the side down bars in. Hopefully that'll pass tech. Like I was saying before, I plan on going turbo. We're gonna go turbo. So I got cheap eBay headers. I had planned on getting headers from CX Racing, ordered them the whole 9 yards, but they were out for 2 to 3 months. So instead I ended up just going this route. That's where the TIG welder is going to come in handy. And I don't know if you saw those bends that I got in there. Got a couple of bends there. And then also the old headers, I'm going to utilize the tubings on them. So passenger side header, got no room up here. So I got to move this back. And then I'm going to shorten this up. So the front tube I'll end up having to redo on the passenger side header. Driver side header is going to be a completely different story. So not only am I going to have to redo the front tube, I'm also going to have to redo these 2 tubes to go around the steering. I got a new brake master cylinder. Later models had them coming out on the passenger side. The older ones had them coming out the driver's side. So got that going on. I'm going to have to end up rewiring everything. So the truck is going to be completely gutted from wiring, and I'll end up rewiring the whole thing. We're hoping to get this going. New parts. Everything I pretty much got is eBay specials. Hopefully they work. Up to see. eBay GT45 ×2. So, I mean, it's looking good. Whether or not it's going to perform good is a different story. You got wastegates, safety stuff. Like I said, it's a mess in here. So, so I got the SFI 4.1 for the transmission, 30.1 for the flywheel. Fuel cell is back here. I got to get a battery relocation kit so I can actually mount the battery correctly, and hopefully gonna do an air to water intercooler. Have to see. There's a possibility I might be switching to a different set of different engine altogether. I might be going to a 6.0, and there's a possibility I might not be able to do an intercooler. I might just have to do straight turbo to intake, which I don't like, but got to do what you got to do right now. Then I have this fun new toy. Whole big wire harness there. That is the Holley Terminator X for the LS. So we're gonna go ahead and install that, get that going. Got a new back window coming for it. We're getting there. So a lot of the stuff is gonna go away, and we're gonna keep going. So right now I can use the TIG welder, but I can't use the TIG welder at the same time. Yeah, I got it without a TIG torch. I had a cheap Harbor Freight one here that I managed to muster together in here and make it work. Didn't work very well, but it worked. I got a new TIG torch, but I'm waiting on the can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. The new gauge, along with a line to go from the solenoid to the torch. So has a pedal, got a gas line or gas lens kit for it, so that should be good to go. So yeah, I've got all kinds of stuff to do. Got the trans cooler for that, so we should be good to go there. I got to pull the trans out of here, and I'm going to take that out to a rebuilder. They can do it. They can do it a lot quicker and a lot better than I can. We got bulkhead for the back, so I can run all the wire into the back. Then I'm going to put the fuel pump controller in here instead. I think got new mirrors for it that are going to sit over here on the door. Let's see, what else do we got? 9-inch back braces, so we'll put them in. I just have a mess. So today I'm probably gonna spend some time cleaning up and get this going here. We got 4AN fittings for the end line for the oil, a whole bunch of parts from ICT billet, fuel filter, gasket set for the power glide, new dipstick tube that I may or may not need, new input shaft for the transmission. So this is a turbo spline power glide shaft, so that's going to help us out. 4340 chromoly, I think it is. Good to like 750, 800 horse. Hopefully it won't snap. We'll find out. These turbos being, I got two of them. I know a single will tend to go out at about 700 to 800 horse. So I'm hoping that with two of them I can produce 1200, 1300 horse, maybe. Have to see. See if I can turn up the boost that far or not, or if I'm gonna get gutsy to turn up the boost that far. Got injectors coming, fuel pressure regulator, the whole 9 yards. So with the Holley Terminator, it requires a manifold temp sensor instead of an intake tube temp sensor. So what I'm going to do is I got the plug there. I take and drill that out and tap it and use that for the manifold temp sensor. This plug right here. So I'll try and record when I'm doing stuff and get stuff going here. But obviously I need to get to work. It's actually Christmas Day today, December 25th. So as we're gonna get going here, like I said, I'm gonna get this mess cleaned up as best I can, and start working on stuff. Got rear end narrow. I got to order axles. Then I got to get make a drive shaft or have a drive shaft made for it. Got to start redoing the tubing on these headers, and hopefully it all works. I am not a professional TIG welder by any means. I am new to it, so between welding the stainless on here and having to weld the aluminum bungs on the timing cover so that it can drain back to oil, I'm hoping that I can do something decent. Time will tell. So stick around. If you want to see the build, subscribe to the channel and continue watching. We're hopefully going to be at the track this year a bunch. Try and record some of that and see what happens. But stick around, stay tuned, and we're going to go from there. Have a good one. Catch you later.